Hatchling, wake up. No, nothing is wrong. You were just sleeping in a bizarre position. It was amusing to watch, but I didn't want you to wake up with a pain in your joints. But while you're awake, could you stoke the fire? It could be a little higher. You've been very diligent in keeping the fire lit, for which I'm deeply grateful. These last few days have been much more pleasant than any of my previous brumations. Ah, that's it. That's perfect. What a helpful follower you are. Yes, I know. You've committed to nothing, yet. But really, why would you not? Few mortals can claim to have spent so much time around the goddess, and in such an intimate way. You've earned so much favor from me. It would be a waste for you not to make use of it. Speaking of which, that's enough for the fire. Come back into my coils. Do you remember how you struggled and squirmed when I first held you? You've already become so accustomed to resting next to me. I wonder if you'll be able to sleep on your own from now on. Yes, you'll just have to find a way. As much as I would enjoy your continued presence, it's not safe for you to stay with me. Actually, it's been some time since I've sensed anyone traveling through these lands. It may be that the soldiers have finally given up the chase. At the very least, they've moved on to some other area. I didn't expect them to search for as long as they did. This lord of yours is certainly stubborn. He must be desperate for your sister's hand. Is she? I would be curious to see someone so beautiful. It's a shame it wouldn't work. But seeing that the soldiers have moved on, I think it's time for you to leave, Hatchling. You came to me late in the season, after the worst of the cold was already past, and you've stayed with me for many more days than I had expected. It won't be long before my brumation is over. And aside from that, your rations are almost depleted. It was wise of you to bring all that with you. It's not as easy to survive by foraging as some of you humans seem to think. Animals tend to avoid these lands anyway. They've long ago learned that this is my domain. But I would not let you leave without some final gift to help you on your way. Deeper in the cavern, I have gold from offering long ago. You may take some of it to pay for shelter and supplies in the next settlement you find. You seem as though you want to say something. Do you have an objection? Why so shy? You had grown so comfortable around me after all this time. It would be a shame for you to be unable to speak your mind and to leave something unsaid. But I think I know what you wish to say. You'd like to stay with me. Is that it? There is no need to be bashful. It's only natural, craving the company of a goddess. But alas, it cannot be. It's in my nature to pass up a meal that's right in front of me, even if I'd prefer its company. It's very difficult for a goddess to defy her own nature. It won't be long before I stop feeling so sluggishly peaceful. When that happens, I'll get hungry very, very hungry. You do want to be near me when that happens. But understand that this is only for your safety. If I could, I would love to keep you with me. Though there is something you must do, isn't there? You don't seem like the type to just abandon your sister. If you crave my company, all you need to do is become a worshipper. It won't grant you any protection against me, but you would be able to speak to me from far away. Yes, see? It's perfect. And I can grant you blessings as well. Usually blessings from gods are rare and subtle. But I've grown so fond of you. And I don't have anyone else to split my attention between. You could gain some very powerful perks. Well, to start with, you would be a friend to all snakes. They would be disinclined to harm you, and you could easily train one to follow your commands. I can also grant you powers of stealth and speed. Very useful for avoiding soldiers, no? But most crucially, I can grant you perspective. As I said in the beginning, snakes are ultimately a symbol of the will to shed all unnecessary things. It may seem simple by comparison, but having the strength and focus to do what needs to be done is more powerful than any other blessing. It's what you need most to get your revenge. Rich mortals are powerful, but they always cling to their pride and dignity. If you can learn to abandon everything that slows you down, you'll have what your king lacks. I'll guide you through a simple ritual. It will connect our minds and allow me to grant you powers. We begin by breathing. Take deep breaths in through your nose and out through your mouth. When you exhale, hiss. Good. Now begin swaying side to side. Picture your spine like a slithering serpent. Follow the movements you see in your mind. As you do this, in it you'll also feel a presence. That is me. Allow me inside. Don't struggle or push back. Yes, that's it. You can feel us. Well, you broke the connection. It's not your fault. It's difficult to maintain the connection at first. My mind is vast and powerful. It creates a ride of potent thoughts that are difficult to withstand. In time, you'll be able to keep the connection active for longer. If you work hard enough, you may be able to stay connected at all times. If you can manage that, there are even more blessings I can grant you. Try and meditate that way daily. You'll become more closely aligned with me as you do. Even if you can't maintain the connection for long, You'll gain many benefits from it, my hatchling. But all these things you could gain without ever meeting me. It would be a shame for you to walk away from this experience without something more. Give me your arm. This will hurt a little, but you'll find it extremely useful. Stay strong, hatchling. Just a moment more. There. This blessing is much more tangible than others. I've given you a tattoo of serpents right here on your bicep. Calm yourself. You can move it if you want to, or even hide it altogether. Try it. Yes, see? It moves as if alive. And I didn't give this to you for simple aesthetics. It will warn you of danger. Anytime you feel at a squeeze, that means there's something that could bring you harm nearby. This will be invaluable in avoiding searches. From now on, you have whatever protection I can grant you, my hatchling. I cannot intervene in person, but however much of my power you can handle is yours. I intend to treat my first worshipper in decades with consideration. But then, I'm not certain I am even needed. You fled an unwinnable fight, dodged patrols, traveled to miles on foot, and stood your ground in the face of a serpent goddess. You're an impressive human in your own right. My power will simply be insurance, guaranteeing your victory. Now, my hatchling, it's time for you to go. You've brought me warmth and contentment during my rest, and for that, I'm grateful. Know that your presence has been gratifying to me. And though I have never in my whole existence extended such an invitation, please return when the weather grows cold again. I would like nothing more than to bask in the warmth of your fire and body once more, once it is safe for us to be together. Take care, hatchling. May you leave behind all that would hold you back.